Hello students, welcome back. How are you today? Hope you are staying safe and healthy. Today we are going to learn a new lesson, chapter 4, poem from your book page number 58 to 59. Today we are going to learn a new poem from your book page number 58. Okay, so all of you take your English book, along with it take your English note. No one should watch this video without taking your book. All of you must keep your book in your hand while watching this video. Okay, students? So let's move on. Shift things are beautiful. The topic of a poem is shift things are beautiful. So what is meant by shift things? Shift means quick, in other terms moving with great speed. Okay, so the meaning of the title is quick things are beautiful. It is a beautiful poem, so let's read and enjoy. Okay, before that let's see about our author, about the poetess. Okay, as it was written by a woman, Elizabeth Cotsworth, we have to read as poetess. Okay, so Elizabeth Cotsworth, 1893 to 1986, born in Newark, was an American writer of fiction and poetry for both children and adults. Okay, she is a popular American poetess who wrote poetry for children and adults. She won the Newbery Medal in 1931 for her novel named The Cat Who Went to Heaven. She wrote more than 100 books in her lifetime and was influenced by her travel experience from earlier years. Okay, so most of her writings were influenced by the travel experience from her life. Okay, students, so let's see about the poem. The poem at a glance. This poem highlights the slow contrast in nature to reveal that everything is beautiful in its own way. Okay, so the basic thing is the poet wants to convey that everything is beautiful in its own way. வேகமாக செல்றதும் சரி, மெதுவாக செல்றதும் சரி, எல்லாமே அதனுடைய வேலையில் அது தனித்துவமாக அழகாக விளங்குகிறது. Although the title says that only shift things are beautiful, the poetess also lists slow things that are beautiful. Okay, so as our title says, shift things. Okay, the fast things are beautiful, but also in that poem the poetess explains about the slow things that are also beautiful. The poetess is trying to tell us to appreciate the moments of beauty that happen every day in our life. She presents different examples, some unusual or shift and slow things that present the view that we should cherish the beauty of those sights as long as they last. Okay, so here the poem, the poetess wants us to enjoy the beauty of everything, and also she added that slow things are also beautiful as well as the fast things. Okay, and we have to cherish the beauty of both things. Okay, students, let's read and enjoy the poem. Now turn your book to page number 58. Shift things are beautiful. Okay, in your book page number 58. Let's read the introduction. This poem offers contrasting images of shift and slow things found in nature and asks us to observe the beauty in both. Okay, so students, in the first 8 lines of the poem are written about the shift things, that means the fast things, and the next 8 lines are about slower things. Okay, and the author, the poetess, asked us to observe the beauty in both. Okay, in the shift things as well as slower things. So let's read out first 8 lines. Shift things are beautiful, shallows and deep, and lightning that falls bright, veined and clear. Rivers and meteors, wind in the wheat, the strong withered horse, the runner's sure feet. So, in the first 8 lines, the poet describes the shift things, okay, the fast things. Let's read. Let's see the summary of each line. First line, shift things are beautiful. That means the things that go quickly are beautiful. For example, deer, cheetah, eagle, thunderbolt. Okay, these all things will go very quickly. So all those things are beautiful. Next line, swallows and deer. So what is meant by swallow? It is a quick flying bird. Okay, and also the deer. As you know, the deer also a fastest running animal. So swallow, it is a bird and it used to fly very fast, and we can find this bird all around the world. Okay, it is very quick in catching food. So the poetess explained here. And also the deer, as you know, it is the fastest land animal. Actually, the fastest land animal is cheetah. Sometimes this can run beyond the speed of the cheetah. Okay, so the author, the poetess explained us to look the beauty of the swallow, the quick flying bird, and the deer. Okay, they both are beautiful because of their speed. Third line, and lightning that falls bright, veined and clear. Okay, and the lightning that falls. So what is meant by lightning? As you know, minnal. Okay, minnal evlo vegama varum. So that thing. And she says it stands for a quick fall of the thunderbolt. When a bolt falls from the sky on the earth, it looks so beautiful. But most of the time we used to afraid of it, right? But she asked us to look at the beauty. And the fourth line, bright, veined and clear. You can see in this picture it is like a vein, right? So she explained it is bright, veined and clear. Next line, wind, rivers and meteors. Okay, so the river which flows from the mountain is fast. Okay, when it flows from higher elevation to lower elevation, it flows very fast, and it is also beautiful. As well as meteors. What is meant by meteors? In the word bank you can see a piece of rock from outer space that makes a bright line across the sky as it burns up while falling through the Earth's atmosphere. Okay, wind karkal, meteors, when it fall from outer space, it used to come very fast. Okay, so these meteors are also beautiful. The rivers also beautiful, the meteors also beautiful. Okay, next, wind in the wheat. So when the wind, when it blow very fast, the wheat field, the view of the wheat field will look very beautiful. Okay, actually the wind is invisible, but when it blow we can sense it, right? How fast it blows, it is beautiful. And next line, the strong withered horse. The strong withered horse. As we know, the horse, it used to run fast. What is meant by strong withered? In the word bank you can see having strong shoulders. Withers are the ridges between the shoulder bones of a horse. Okay, so here it explains the strong wither. Wither means there is something, the ridges, withers are the ridges between shoulders and the bones of a horse, that is very strongest one. It refers to fast and fit horse, and that is also beautiful. And the last line, the runner's sure feet. Okay, so here the legs, the both legs, okay, the foot of the horse and the runner's feet, both are strong because it runs quickly, and it is to be beautiful to see horse running as well as the person who is running very fast. Okay, so in these 8 lines the poet she writes about the shift things, and she asked us to observe the beauty in it. Okay students, let's see the next part in same page. And slow things are beautiful. Okay, in these 8 lines the poetess asked us to see what goes slowly. Okay, the things, the air, the wave, the things which go slowly are also beautiful. First, next line, the closing of a day. Okay, the closing of the day means when the sun sets slowly before evening. Okay, evening time. It is also a beautiful view to enjoy. So evening time is about to turn into night. Okay, the in between time, which is also a beautiful time. And as you observe, you can see the day passes very slowly, right? So the evening when it closes, அந்த மாலை நேரம் ரொம்ப மெதுவாக தான் இருளடையும். ஸோ அதுவும் பார்ப்பதற்கு மிகவும் அழகாக இருக்கும். Next, the pause of the wave. It is also stands for the slow stopping of choppy of wave of a sea. That means slow wave is also something beautiful to see. That curves downward to spray means the air passes over the desert slowly. It makes curved marks on the sandy desert. It is also looks beautiful. Next, the embers that crumble. What is meant by ember? A piece of glowing coal. Okay, so we are familiar with fireplaces, right? Fire which are glowing coals, how they slowly crumble to ash as the fire goes away. Okay, that also looks beautiful. And the thee kanal irukala, that is embers. The opening flower. Okay, as you can see, when a flower blooms, that means when it opens slowly, it springs, it also offers a beautiful view. And the ox that moves on in a quiet of power. Okay, most of the people think ox is not beautiful, right? Have you ever observed the ox walking? No, we will not do that, right? But here she explained the ox also beautiful. It has a power in it. When an ox walks slowly and carries things on its cart to help people, it looks so beautiful. Okay students, so we have end up here. We will read once again this whole poem, especially the second part. And slow things are beautiful, the closing of day, the pause of the wave that curves downward to spray, the ember that crumples, the opening flower, and the ox that moves on in the quiet of power. Okay, but most of the times do not care of these beautiful shift and slow things, right? But the poetess asked us to see and enjoy the beauty of everything that have in it. Okay students, that's all about this poem. Now let's turn to book page number 59 to do our book exercise. Page number 59. Arrange the following in increasing order of speed. Number them from 1 to 5. Take a pencil. You have to number them from 1 to 5, which one will flow or run fast. Okay. So which one? First one, read the question. A river, a meteor, a deer, an opening flower, a runner. So first one, ரொம்ப மெதுவா ஓப்பன் ஆகிறது இது, an opening flower. Okay, first one. Second one, a river. Third one, a runner. Fourth one, deer, and fifth one, meteor. Okay, now write the answers. A2, B5, C4, D1, E3. So 2, 5, 4, 1, 3. After writing this, let's move on to same page. Page number 59, imagery, explore language. As you already know, imagery is the use of descriptive language. Page number 59, I am reading, which helps represent objects and ideas more effectively and create pictures in the reader's mind. Shift things or beautiful is rich in examples of what shift and slow phenomena in nature look like. These images add to our emotional response to the poem, as in the line, and lightning that falls bright, faint, and clear. Now page number 60. You have learnt about visual imagery till now. Poets also use imagery to talk about other senses. The different types of imagery are, okay, that is very very important. So in this poem, when we read, we just brought the visual image, right? The shift things, slow things. When we read, we just brought it as a visual. Okay, the sight. நம்ம கண்ணு முன்னாடி அப்படி கொண்டு வருவோம். Other senses are also there. Okay, and it has different names. First one, visual imagery, that means sight. Auditory imagery, hearing. Olfactory imagery, smell. Gustatory imagery, taste. And tactile imagery, touch. Okay, so now match the sentence in the column A to kind of imagery they create in column B. You have to match it. So first one, the room was dark as night. Okay, which sense it will go? Visual. Okay, next. My sister whispered a lullaby into my ears. So hearing. Auditory. This table has a very sharp corners. Okay, how we can see? By look. Okay, third one, this table has a very sharp corners. That is tactile. Okay, touch, by touching it. This orange is very sour. Taste, gustatory. And she whiffed the aroma of melted butter. Smell, olfactory. Now check the answers. A second one, B fifth one, C fourth one, D second one, and E first one. Okay, mark it now. After doing this, let's move to write our classwork. Classwork. Write today's date, take new page and write. Chapter 4, poem, shift things are beautiful. Write the heading. New words, Tamil meaning shift. Thuridamana, vegamana. Meadows, விண்கற்கள். Okay, chapter 4, poem Shift Things Are Beautiful. New words, Tamil meaning. First one, shift, துரிதமான or வேகமான. Meteors, விண்கற்கள். Write neatly and write fast. Okay, let's move on to write next. Synonyms: strong withered, having strong shoulders. Emper, a piece of glowing coal. And we have antonyms to write: shift, opposite slow. Closing, opposite opening. Contrast, opposite similar. Write it down, write fast and neatly. Synonyms, read with me: strong withered, having strong shoulders. Emper, a piece of glowing coal. Antonyms: shift, opposite slow. Closing, opposite opening. Contrast, opposite similar. Write it down fast. After writing this, let's move on to write question and answer. Answer the following. What does it mean when the poet calls lightning bright veined? The second question. What does it mean for a runner to have sure feet? The third question. What does the closing of the day refer to in the poem? The last question. What image does the phrase wind in the wheat create? Okay, so the answer for the first question. What does it mean when the poet calls lightning bright veined? The poet calls lightning bright veined because it looks like a vein when it appears in the sky. Next, what does it mean a runner to have sure feet? It means the runner runs swiftly since he is sure, confident and unlikely to tumble or fall. Third one, what does the closing of the day refer in the poem? The time when the evening is about to turn into night. Last one, what image does the phrase wind in the wheat create? The wind blowing through the wheat field. So take time and write neatly. If you can't get enough time, just pause the video and write it. laptop bag. Today's homework: study poem memory lines and write one time in your homework note. Okay, these are the lines, memory lines. First 8 lines you have to study it and write one time in your homework note. Okay students, that's all for today. Note down the homework. So thank you. We'll meet soon with next lesson in next video. Until then, take care. Thank you.